That's what I watched as a kid. Instead of watching Disney Channel or cartoons, whatever, I watched. What is the gameplay? What am I looking at? Generic intro and the Doc Goes Moo here, back when I was Scott DeWaz's reaction. Today we're doing movies for game consoles, which I'm not sure why the title is worded that way. I'm not really sure I see a Shrek 2, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That's actually the only Tim Burton movie I've ever seen. Daddy Day Camp, Spider-Man. I don't know if that's ballistic. I'm not really sure, but this was like the most liked comment on last week's video, so let's go ahead and jump on into it.
Hey y'all, Scott here. I'm in movies. You can tell by the fact you hate me now. Yep, I'm involved with the Jurassic Park films. If you look at this scene, zoom in, further, I was supposed to be there, but I was frankly too busy being where every movie star ends up.
Where? On the Game Boy Advance SP. Goated.
Boy, I can't wait to use my new game console.
Oh, at least it's not the 4 gig where you had to put the
don't use their video
thumb drive
game
in.
systems to play video games, but hey, I'm not one to judge. It's all about that multimedia functionality.
The Xbox One.
Why did you buy an Xbox? Why did you?
Bark
Hey,
Ranger?
it's nice to have a single
That's-
box for everything.
Mine
What's
is
the point of
currently
having a
in
separate
on the
CD
floor in my
player,
closet.
DVD player, game console, all that jazz, if the game console has the capabilities to be all of that and then some. And that right there is a key reason as to why the PlayStation 2 won at winning. DVD
Won at
playback
winning.
built.
Yeah,
in. At
DVD
a time
players
in
were
which DVD
big
players were
deals. I remember
pricey as
asking for one
hell,
for
so
Christmas.
why bother getting
I'm
one
old.
standalone when the PS2 was cheaper and a game console?
Yep.
It was a complete no-brainer. This was the smartest purchase you could possibly make.
And now a lot
Look
of
at me.
consoles.
I'm being smart. If the PlayStation 2 taught me anything, it's that movies and games, they go hand in hand.
And yes, these are
Everybody loves
the
movies,
same
but you
pair
know
of
what else they
glasses,
love?
just different colors. Mr. Balls. It's Dr. Balls to you.
Movies for
Oh God,
game
Will Smith
systems.
fish.
Video
Herbie.
content specifically released to play on video game hardware because maybe I don't want to use my thumbs today. Hey, back in the day, this didn't make a lot of sense. We didn't have
Can't really see
immediate
that.
access to every movie ever made, whenever and wherever we went. As a kid in the 2000s, the best case scenario for backseat entertainment was a portable DVD player. And
Nah,
even then,
dude, we got
we'd
an
only have
inverter
so
and
many
ran our
DVDs,
Xbox
man. It
off
was
of the
like, when am I gonna
inverter
watch
with the
this road trip?
Flippo racing stripes.
And all this took
You know,
up
we
a
had
bunch
a-
of space and was expensive.
The Ford Expedition my
Imagine if
family
I could
had
just
to travel.
Play movies on something
trips
like
with,
my
had
Game
the
Boy, ultra portable, and I wouldn't
movie
have to buy any extra
DVD player.
hardware. That would be
Figured out how to hook
great.
an Xbox to it.
Nah, that would be Game Boy Advance Video. Game Boy Advance Video. Yeah, that seems right. Listen, you may scoff at the quality now, but back then, you scoffed at it in lowercase. It was still bad, but it kind of came with the territory. Like, when you first got a GBA, were you expecting to watch movies on
Dude,
it?
that thing
the
is
fact
goated.
this existed
I
was enough to
love-
satisfy me as a kid.
That thing was
what
amazing.
What did you have when you were a child? I had Game Boy Advance Video. No standards. I mean, I'd take anything after this. Video now.
What?
The way to experience video.
I remember the little
content on the
CD
go in
players
2003. Did I say 2003?
that are like the size of a
I meant
CD.
hell. Yeah, I had one of these. That's probably why
Kool-Aid.
Game Boy Advance Video was introduced in the first place. To compete with this. Didn't take much. If I hadn't seen any of these TV show episodes
Dude,
prior
it's like
to
a
this,
calculator.
I genuinely would have no idea what's on screen right now. Black and white, pixelated as all hell, tiny ass.
I love when my
display,
phone just
discs
lights
would
up for no
oftentimes
reason.
include just one 22-minute episode. And speaking of which, discs. You use your portable media player like it's some kind of portable media player, and the spinning disc here is gonna get jostled and skip or stutter or flat out just tell you to get a damn Game Boy. 1 year
Yeah.
later, in 2004,
That's a blue Game Boy Advance
video
SP.
cartridges hit the scene in boxes that were quite a good bit different from your
I
typical
don't think
GBA
I,
package.
yeah, I don't think I ever had one of
Game
those.
packs themselves are a unique color too.
That's
Definitely,
cool.
so then people knew damn well these weren't your average playable video games. These were this, bitch. At 20
Will
bucks
Smith
a pop,
fish.
you normally get about an hour's worth of content, most of which were TV shows. We got series from Nickelodeon, Disney Channel, Cartoon Network.
Still never
pretty
seen
much
Disney
anything
Channel.
a kid watched in the mid
Codename Kids Next Door.
I personally own
Ever
a
since I
handful
turned
of Nick
13, I've
shows
never
here.
watched an episode of it.
SpongeBob, Fairly Odd Parents, Jimmy Neutron, even a variety pack containing episodes from 3 different series. It gave me such a nice assortment of visuals to squint my eyes at. Yeah, hey, this was leagues better than video now.
Yeah.
Getting shot in the head is better than lethal injection. Listen, I have a soft spot for something like VHS, you know? I've got this
Why?
old school TV here,
Why?
and sometimes when I'm feeling a little quirky, I'll pop in an old tape. It's nothing but a fun nostalgia trip to take every now and then. So believe me when I say I never want to use this ever again. And I like crap like this.
What is
Hey,
that?
you gotta keep in mind.
I don't even know what that
in
is.
2004, for most kids, if you wanted episodes of SpongeBob on the go, it was genuinely this or nothing. Or nothing.
Or nothing.
iPods couldn't play video until 2005.
Yep.
Your only other feasible option was a portable DVD player, but this
those are expensive.
was way cheaper and way more portable. I remember bringing these into restaurants and watching them throughout my meal.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Yesterday,
I took
and on
mine
road
to high
trips,
school
these,
with me.
alongside some actual Game Boy Advance
It was
games,
not when
definitely
they
came in
were
handy.
popular,
An hour
though.
of content in
That
full
was
color and no
like
disc fitting, leading to
2014.
skipping and stuttering
I
meant,
was
look at
carrying
me
a
go.
Game Boy Advance
Yeah, the video
SP
and
in
audio
my
quality
cargo
was
shorts
crunchy as hell,
pocket
but at
in
the
high
time,
school.
I mean, it could get a
'Cause my
kid by
wardrobe
in the year
consisted
it was
of
released. I
3
knew it wasn't
pairs
good,
of
but
cargo
it wasn't
shorts.
not good enough.
I didn't own
wasn't
pants.
not good enough. I wanted to go through with a particular scheme. The Game Boy player for the GameCube plays all Game Boy games on the television. So, feed the GameCube through a VCR, pop in a blank VHS tape, insert a GBA video cartridge, record, and profit.
What? What?
That was so embarrassing. Yes, to
Why
stop
didn't
customers
that-
from making VHS copies of their GBA video cartridges, Game Boy player support
Wouldn't
is blocked. Damn, they meant business.
You could
nothing
probably
was
go
stopping
around
you
that,
from
right?
Plugging a VCR into another VCR and making copies of any VHS or DVD you owned in far better quality. But hey, they could block
Yeah.
the Game Boy player, so they did block the Game
They
Boy
just
player.
didn't want to get
If
sued.
they didn't, it would look like this. Think about what you could have had.
This looks like shit.
At the end of the day, Game Boy Advance Video did its job and was the stepping stone in my portable video career towards a portable DVD player and then eventually an iPod Nano. But I wish I spent a
Ooh,
bit more
I
time
remember
with
those.
it. I mean, they had a wide selection of titles to pick from. More than just shows.
I remember
from
you
the
used to
big
have a
three
phone
kids channels,
and then an
like
iPod
Dragon Ball
Touch.
GT, Ninja Turtles, Pokemon.
Or
they actually
Zune.
had a couple
Zunes
of
were
movies
lit.
released. Shrek 2.
Shrek 3?
Shrek and Shrek 2.
Oh.
Hey, why not? Throw in Shark Tale as well. Damn, look at that lineup. These combo packs are pretty impressive. I mean, most GBA video carts are less than an hour in length. The single movies
But they-
are a full 90 minutes, but these contain 3
How?
hours of
How?
content.
Was it
How
just
do
a
they fit
price thing?
That much video on one of these. Considering the
was-
standard
what year did
cartridges
they come
already
out?
featured video that's compressed to hell and back. Easy. They make it look 10 times fucking worse. Compare
they
Shrek
just
on the
dropped the
single
quality.
cartridge to Shrek on the combo. I will admit, it's impressive they were able to fit 2 full movies in here, but at what cost?
This cost.
Doesn't even matter, because by 2005, this was old news. As Sony released their PlayStation Portable with numerous key selling points. The biggest being,
Actually
it's a
never used
PlayStation
one.
2 to go. Or at least it seemed like it. And what did
I
you
don't
do with
think
your
it
PS2?
was it?
You played video games and you played movies. If this was truly going to be a portable PlayStation 2, it had to do exactly this. Oh my god! Man, I mean, the PSP already used proprietary mini DVD-like discs for the games. You release movies on them too, and wow! It's a portable DVD player. It can fit in your pocket, yet it has such massive amounts of home console type energy. It was genuinely so cool back in the day. Like, this was the first time a bunch of this sort of stuff was readily offered on a handheld
this was
device that didn't
before
require
the
a
iPod
constant
Touch,
power
wasn't
source
it?
or
Yeah.
TV. The PSP just felt magical. Like, this was the handheld
I remember when
wanted my Game Boy
Sony
to
was
be.
the
I wanted my home console, but on the go.
Xperia? It was the
PSP
Xperia, wasn't it? It was like a
was that.
smartphone.
Except when it wasn't.
PSP?
See, the PlayStation Portable was damn cool and did live up to its promises. But it also fell short in a few key areas that made it hard to stick with. Like, you only had one analog stick, making this home console to go kind of cruddy for some home console games. And the PSP's disc format
Medal
just
of
kind
Honor.
of overcomplicated everything. I mean, Jesus. But using discs allowed PSP titles to reach larger file sizes than we've ever seen before on a handheld. The UMDs could store up to nearly 2 gigabytes of data, which not only
2
meant bigger
gigabytes?
games, but
Whoa.
high-quality video content as well. No longer did we have to deal with
What the heck? Is that a shape?
now, these look on par with what you'd get on standard DVDs, and compared to the lineup of just a handful of family-friendly shows and movies on GBA Video, now we have
Oh my god.
UMD
Sorry,
Video
was
for
that Zithara?
PSP.
Ooh,
This
that
wasn't a
shit
cute
scared
little
me.
side thing or whatever. No, Sony was aiming for this to be one of the next big formats. So much content released here. Some of
Whoa.
the biggest movies, both old and new at the time, TV shows and music videos, and
Oh, of course.
With all
I
the
remember
support of
a
Take
kid
Your
in middle
movies
school
wherever you go,
got his
how could
PSP
UMD
taken,
video
and
for PSP
they
not
found that on
catch
it.
on?
He got in a lot of trouble.
Wait, UMD movies were roughly the same price as standard DVD movies, which you could play on any DVD player. You could easily rip and copy them to your computer, and they always had better visual and audio quality
Yeah,
with
but they
more content
weren't
included.
portable.
These discs could hold a lot by the standards of handheld game consoles at the time, but still paled in comparison to DVDs. UMDs pretty much only ever just had the base film on them, nothing more. TV show releases were often cut down from the DVDs they were based on, too. It isn't SpongeBob's complete first season, it's the first season, Volume 1.
How many volumes
with
are
no
there?
bonus features. The
Oh.
price you paid for portability. Literally, UMD video was fine for what it was, but it was always going to be a supplemental video format at best. I bet Sony banked on UMD becoming the
I mean, it was a
standard for
success,
portable devices
wasn't it?
everywhere.
Maybe not the
I mean, the name
video
stands for
part.
Universal Media Disc. But man, the iPod models that were releasing at the time were starting to play video. They began offering digital movies
Oh,
and TV
iTunes.
shows on iTunes.
I hate
were about
iTunes.
to blow up onto the scene. The future of portable movies was obviously going digital. But if you just had to go physical with it, like, yeah, I can't fit this in my pockets, but I can damn well try.
I mean, you
All
could
these
have big
options
pockets.
Just made more sense. This wasn't practical. Even the most die-hard PSP fans, like, what, were you really going to buy your entire movie collection in UMDs? Maybe a few flicks here and there, but even then, the handheld had functionality baked in, allowing you to transfer video files to it from a PC. You could just rip your DVDs and copy them onto here.
Oh,
the PSP
yeah.
was simultaneously stuck in the past and way ahead of its time, which makes these releases
so
that much
awkward.
more bizarre. Like, they went so damn hard with these. GBA Video kept things pretty lean, you know? It was directed entirely at children, so they did a few dozen releases and called it a day. There are over 1,700 UMD video titles. Name any
What?
franchise from the mid-2000s and prior. There's a damn good chance at least one of its
Is that
entries
because Sony
made
is
it to
so
UMD.
big into, like,
It's
the
a
movie
quirky as
sphere?
hell to explore this library. I mean, Daddy Day Camp, the last piece of the puzzle. My road trip playlist is complete. Rummaging through a collection of these brings me back to simpler
I feel like Sony
times.
has their hands in, like,
Movies you'd see in
everything.
the stores during this era.
Especially, like, in
some
the-
of these I
the
owned on
cinema
DVD,
realm.
so it's pretty cool to see the same releases, but on a different format. However, while there's a huge
Oh,
variety
Monster House,
of
another
content on
scary
offer
movie.
here, I'd say the most prevalent genre throughout the UMD library would be comedies aimed at
Talladega Nights.
20-somethings. The PSP excelled in two areas, a tactics ogre and Adam Sandler. The fact that the only appearance of
Oh,
some video
Resident
game
Evil movie.
franchises on the PSP was in the form of their film adaptations, and how porn released on it, made for a varied library, that's for sure. But such a large library of
Text
titles,
Chainsaw
made the
Massacre
low
actually gonna start
sales
the,
sting that much more.
Kill count for that
By early
next week, hopefully.
2006, retailers and film distributors were starting to give up on the format. Seriously, many were betting on this being the next big thing. Eventually, Sony tried giving them away in bundles, offering TV out cables for the PSP so you could watch them on the big screen at home. But at the end of the day, UMD video just made no practical sense. They were more expensive, had less content than DVDs, only worked on the PSP, and even then you could just transfer video files to it for free. But I will
Rent
admit,
trailer?
these physical
What?
releases really helped sell the PSP as this miniaturized entertainment center to go. Like, oh wow, I can do anything portably. Anything. Thankfully,
no.
if one film media format for
Batman
game consoles in the
Begins?
mid-2000s wasn't enough for you, what the hell
Isn't
is
that
your
one of the
problem?
like
Remember
really
HD
big
DVD?
Batman movies?
Yeah.
Like there was a couple of them. Like Heath Ledger was the Joker, I think, right?
Back in 2006,
Haven't
we
seen
had a
'em,
bit of a
but-
battle as to what would become the true high-definition successor to DVD.
Yeah,
Sony's
Microsoft
Blu-ray
went
format
one.
or Toshiba's HD DVD. This was lame as hell. Blu-ray was higher quality with larger capacity discs, but HD DVD was cheaper with better menus. Man, I don't care about format wars when it
Xbox
comes
went
to
with
movies. I just wanna
one.
watch the
So now I
fucking
think.
bully.
Was
This
it
thing
true
got
that every time you
messy.
played
All
a
the different
Blu-ray
film
disc
studios were
on like a
committing to either
Xbox,
Blu-ray,
they had to
HD,
pay
or
Sony or
both,
something?
And I feel it just made it harder for people to actually move on from DVDs. I mean, why bother? Different studios were releasing on different formats. The prices for everything were absurd. And in 2006, most people didn't have HD TVs yet, so the quality difference wouldn't have been all too noticeable. But hey, it was just something that needed to happen to move on from DVD. So it was all worth it in the end, right? Look at this. Man,
Oh.
I can DoorDash DVDs.
What?
Blu-ray may have won the battle.
Why
I think
can't?
DVDs won the war.
Why can
Or
you
did that leave
DoorDash
HD DVD
DVDs?
in the
Why?
dump? The PlayStation 3 was set to launch with a Blu-ray drive baked in. So to compete, Microsoft sided with HD DVD and offered this, the Xbox 360 HD DVD player for a cool 200 bones. I mean, this made some sense.
What?
An
How?
external drive like
At least
this
it
was never going to
looked
light the
similar.
world on fire. You can't tell me this was going to be a legitimate competitor towards the PS3's built-in Blu-ray support.
Yeah.
You need that HD DVD player built into the Xbox 360 for it to be worth a damn. But that would have been a terrible idea. It's HD DVD. Having that built in is like
Rumored?
swallowing
I'm guessing that was
leprosy
like
compared
the-
to just holding its hand. So offering
Xbox
this as an
360
option,
Slim?
I mean, hey, thanks. This unit does add some nice functionality to the console.
Like
Some more
what?
USB ports, and
Oh.
has a small amount of storage available you can save some game files to. A lot of solid additions to your Xbox 360. None of which involves playing HD DVDs. All right, let's be fair here. I own way too many of these things to
Why?
claim I'm
Why
better
are they
than
still
them.
sealed?
Not as cool as UMD movies, primarily because these are just obsolete Blu-ray wannabes. Slightly worse quality, and like, if I'm gonna ogle an outdated video format, it better damn well look and sound the part. But these still bring me back to this era of video
the
releases.
Bourne Ultimatum,
I did
dude, the
own
Bourne
Shrek
movies
the
are
Third
so
on
good.
DVD. Okay, come on, hurry up, feel bad for me. So the HD DVD version is kind of cool to see. But other than that, the library doesn't cover
Why
a lot
is
of
the
what I was
menu
watching
better on
back in
HD
2007.
DVD versus Blu-ray?
Man, I
Like,
was one
how?
lame-ass 10-year-old, huh? Most of the movies I was interested in were only released on Blu-ray. Disney, 20th Century Fox, and Sony Pictures were committed to the format. Universal and Paramount went in on HD DVD, and Warner Brothers catered to both until realizing this war is stupid. They can
Yeah.
just end the whole damn thing by siding with Blu-ray. And almost instantly after they did that,
Everyone else did.
a 2-year-long battle with many picking HD DVD.
Was
as
it
their
really only
format of
2
choice,
years
spending
long?
Hundreds to thousands on players and new releases, all for it to come crumbling down within a span of a couple of days. And all these years later, the Xbox 360 HD DVD player is probably the largest impact HD DVD made on society.
Wow.
Probably. Microsoft discontinued this pretty quickly after the announcement, but I don't think they cared all too much at this
I
point.
hate my washing
I'm
machine.
sure it would have been nice if it worked out, but I understand. I too don't give a fuck. But while the Xbox 360
Blazing
lost the
saddles,
HD
that's
format
crazy.
war, it was actually ahead of the curve in something that was gonna be a whole lot bigger. Streaming. Netflix for Xbox 360.
I used
because there's
Netflix
no
on the
HD for Gnome
Wii.
Alone. This was the first console Netflix was available on, and Microsoft made
And that was when
damn sure to make
Netflix
the
was
most
like
of it.
$7 a month.
The Xbox 360
Haven't had Netflix
was
since.
the only console you could simply download the Netflix app on. It was a part of an exclusivity agreement between the two, ensuring you
Wonder
couldn't
how expensive that
instantly
was.
stream the service via an app on any other game platform. But they never specified you couldn't stream it on a disc. Netflix for Wii and PlayStation 3. And PlayStation 2.
I
What
think
the hell
that's-
happened
they
here?
sent that-
Well,
or-
this
no,
disc
I don't think
only
they
released in
did.
Brazil back in 2011.
Yeah.
You see, due to their heavy import tax on video games and systems, most consumers were generally a couple.
Because I
console
remember
generations
Netflix would
behind,
like
as
send
the
me
new stuff
movies.
was- All right, crack out Mr. Balls. So this made more sense than you think. More sense doesn't mean a lot. The Wii and PS3 discs were only necessary for a few months, as by October of 2010, you could just simply download a Netflix app, which makes these Netflix discs
Yeah, that's actually about the time
no
I started.
fucking way.
I
definitely
used
dabbled in
Netflix
the Wii
on
app
the
back
Wii.
in
Yep.
the day, which
That's how I
was
watched
actually my
every
introduction to
episode of
Netflix as a
Avatar: Last
whole.
Airbender.
It was pretty
Again.
limited. Like, there was no search functionality, which,
Yeah.
my God. Here's a Google app for the Wii.
think I asked
you can't search
for
for
the
anything, but here's
Patriot,
just a bunch
Mel
of random
Gibson,
bullshit on the site.
to be
But hey,
sent to
the
me?
limitations almost made it easier to appreciate the fact this existed at all. Like, yeah, it ain't great, but it's Netflix on the Wii. Who cares? This nearly made up for the fact the system couldn't play DVD movies. And these just rubbed it in. Warner Brothers attempted to sell these combo packs for the 360, PS3, and Wii, featuring
Happy
a game
Feet
and
2? They made a
corresponding
second
movie.
one?
Mortal Kombat versus DC,
probably
and
made
the
like
Mortal
4,
Kombat
actually.
film. Lego Harry Potter and the first Harry Potter, Fear 3, and Orphan. Well, damn, why did they stop there? The combo
The
packs on
Exorcist
Wii
and
obviously
Hot
skewed
Wheels?
a bit younger, so not everything made the cut. But that's not the biggest problem here. The Wii can't play DVDs. This is goofy. Could do bundles with anything at that point. They'd be just as useful to a Wii owner. Let's be fair though, in 2010, if you had a Wii, you most likely also had a DVD player. And if for
Yeah,
some reason you
I did.
didn't, You didn't. You had a DVD player, you liar.
I
So
had
don't
one
think these are
because
the most out there releases.
I didn't have a
You play your
PS2.
Scooby-Doo, then you can sit there for 90 minutes thinking about
I
what you
remember that
just
movie.
did. Still, would have been great if we could have done that on the Wii itself. I mean, Nintendo originally planned on releasing a small internal attachment for the console to play DVD movies.
But they didn't at E3.
Small internal attachment. What? We're sticking something in here? Well, outside of the video
How would that even
streaming
work?
apps, if we're looking to watch some content on our Wiis, our best bet's gonna be games with this kind of stuff baked onto the disc. So, for example, Kirby's Dream Collection has 3 episodes of Kirby Right Back At You available to watch.
Why does
and
Kirby
we can
have a
probably
TV?
piece together a coherent story with all the movie clips featured in Twilight Seen It.
Never seen Twilight.
No, I wanted to ask you, if
Wait, does it actually cut that much? That was it? That better not
That's
have been
Twilight for you.
No.
This game's release on
No,
DS
no,
is
no, no, no.
far more
it.
impressive.
No, no, no,
Like,
no, no. There's
dang,
no way that's
Twilight
it.
movie clips on the go. It doesn't
Just
get much
straight up
better
just
than this.
clips.
I have a giant soft spot for full motion video and DS games, man. I mean, I remember getting Mario vs. Donkey Kong 2, seeing these CGI cutscenes and just being blown away. This ain't Game Boy Advance video anymore, buddy. This is marginally better. They really like to flaunt the FMV capabilities of the DS, especially early on in its
Oh.
life. Hell, at E3 2005, they gave away DS cartridges with a Twilight Princess trailer on them. Here's my
Huh?
copy. Wait, that's a check for $12,000.
Why is it $12,000? They cost that much?
Same thing. Yeah, why the hell would I
Why?
pay for this? Especially when the ROM for it is available online
Oh.
for free. I can just emulate
wasn't like
and
some
enjoy the
forbidden
trailer
media?
that way. Or watch it on YouTube in full quality. But that isn't quirky. But listen, if we're talking actual movies, we're gonna have to bump it up a generation
Ugh.
to the Nintendo 3DS with a glasses-free 3D display during an era in which the entertainment industry was desperately
Dude,
trying to
I
sell
rem-
everybody
dude,
on
3D
3D movies and
TVs.
TVs. It obviously made sense to offer 3D films on the handheld.
It sure did.
I envisioned Nintendo pulling a PSP
Mars
and
needs
putting
a
out
mom.
physical movie releases for the 3DS. I mean, come on. With this, there was an actual damn reason to do it. Can watch your movies
Wait, did they
in
not?
3D without glasses portably. This had the potential to make the 3DS an essential video player.
And they didn't do
And
it?
At E3 2010, Nintendo showcased full 3D movie trailers for 3 family flicks, setting the stage for the eventual 3DS release of The Owls of Ga'Hoole.
Huh? It never released. Oh.
3D video content was a pretty big focus on the 3DS for a bit there, but it was almost always in the form of 3D game trailers or quick little bite-sized short films on the Nintendo Video
So
app.
why-
However, over in Japan, a handful of full 3D movies actually got released on the Nintendo eShop.
Okay.
For like $30 a pop.
I mean-
damn, look what you got for that price
How much were
point.
DVDs way back in the
A
day?
play button. Listen, it is cool that the 3DS got some movie releases like this, but these films started appearing like 3 to 4 years after the handheld launched. At this point, who the hell
So,
was buying these? At
Did
that
Nintendo
price,
do it, or
no
did
less,
somebody
with
do it? I
no
mean, I guess
bonus
it appeared on the
features,
shop,
not
so
even
it
a
had to be
scene
Nintendo
selection,
doing it.
and watching
But
them
they
on
just
a
did without
240p
announcing it?
Screen. Sure, they're in 3D, but oh, look, this is too. So I guess it's
Nope,
worth it.
nope, I don't wanna
was
look at that.
bummed we never
God,
got
no.
anything like this outside of Japan, though. Netflix and Hulu for 3DS didn't offer 3D movies, so like, is it too much to ask for the glasses
Unless I'm actually
3D
got it-
device to play this kind
Something
of stuff?
from the IRS. It was actually a check.
Yeah.
Tekken
because
3D
they
Prime
actually
Edition. Mostly a 3DS
admitted
version
to,
of Tekken 6. That's all fine and good, but
you
it's
know,
severely
taxing me
lacking
too
in the
much,
being the
which is
Tekken
crazy.
Blood Vengeance 3D movie department, which is avoid Tekken
I gave
Blood
them
Vengeance
several
3D
thousands.
perfectly.
They
Oh,
gave me,
no, man. I mean,
like, less than
sure,
$200.
They didn't have to include this, but like, look at this.
There's
Wow,
like
they didn't have to
180 bucks or
include that
whatever.
either.
Ah.
I just always found video playback on the 3DS to be tolerable yet underwhelming at best. This tiny ass low-res display. Sure, the 3D works, but we can't control the intensity of it here. It's either on or it's off. Just overall added to the disappointment.
Wait, so
of
why
3D
is
movies
it on like
3DS
a
as
dimmer
whole.
switch?
As far as
what?
Tekken's concerned, if you're just dying to experience Tekken Blood Vengeance on a game console,
Not.
the best option is right here. Tekken Hybrid on PlayStation 3. That's right, a movie on PlayStation 3. What's next? The letter D in dog? Yeah, even when playing any and all Blu-rays and DVDs was one of the main selling points of the PS3, some games still came with movies on
Days
the
of
disc,
Thunder.
like Top Gun Wingman Edition and Days of Thunder NASCAR Edition, because
Nice.
holy f***, they needed it. This Phineas and Ferb game includes a handful of episodes.
Okay.
So does Deadliest Warrior.
Dude,
Ancient
Deadliest Warrior was
Combat.
so good. I loved
Never
watching
knew the
that.
best
That's
value
what
in
I
gaming
watched
had
as a kid.
face. It's a cool
Instead of
bonus
watching
meant to
Disney
showcase
Channel
just how
or
much
cartoons,
junk
whatever,
you
I
can
watched
cram on a PlayStation
Deadliest
3 disc.
Warrior.
Or to make up for games. But do these count? Blu-ray movies with PS3 games baked onto them. Now, to be fair, they're demos, but
Oh,
still,
okay.
it gives me one more reason to pop in my Zookeeper Blu-ray, which it's unnecessary, but hey, I'll take it. This wasn't a new concept. Here we have Hulk on DVD, which has a demo for the Xbox game on it.
Okay.
Same thing for Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, which, hey, these were demos that correlated with the film. That's more than the PS3 Blu-rays can say. What the hell does God of War 3 have to do with District 9?
Everything.
The letter D? Well, listen,
Maybe.
in the end, I can't complain. Was I expecting to get a taste of Ratchet and Clank All for One when I bought Zookeeper
Yes.
on Blu-ray? No, I was just expecting everything else, so this is the cherry on top.
Mm.
They were ruthless trying to get us to buy movies for our game consoles. But why
What-
do
what
that
was-
when we could just buy movies for our game consoles?
What was the demo for the whole
Who
game?
does this? Buying digital movies
That's Red
on
versus
the
Blue.
Xbox and PlayStation Store. Like, what are we doing here? This just feels like we're flushing money down the toilet.
Where's
Literally,
Chibi Rubba
Sony
Ziplash?
discontinued these purchases in 2021 since nobody was buying movies on PlayStation Network. Of course, here's our good friend, the weird coming in to give
did
his
one
2
time.
cents.
I bought movies on PlayStation Network.
Terrific. Nobody bought movies on PlayStation Network. And even if
No.
they did, Sony doesn't give a damn. They started
Do
to
you lose
delete
access
certain
to 'em?
purchased titles from user libraries because some licenses expired. That'll teach you for buying Mythbusters on PS4. You can still buy video content on the Xbox store, but
Yeah.
if this is anything to go by,
We'll remove
wrong.
customers
Even
purchase
if
movies.
this console is the center
that's
of your
what-
entertainment
that-
world,
that's
and
what
you
I'm
just
recording this
need
on.
to buy a quick flick to watch, why wouldn't you just go through Amazon Video or Apple TV or YouTube Movies?
'Cause that's
I just
a
find
a
those
paid
services
subscription.
to be far easier and more reliable to buy video content on.
Paid
To then
subscriptions.
watch
You can
on
subscribe
any
to this channel
device
for
I
free.
want.
You can always
can
unsubscribe
do
at some
that
point,
with
but that would make me
Xbox,
sad.
but
Don't do
only
that.
if the title is a part of the Movies Anywhere program, and not all of them are, and that is enough for me to write this off entirely. Like, you can just download all these other video apps on Xbox, which have the exact same movies available to purchase. Why even bother with this? Doesn't help, you can just flat out play Blu-rays here, but on Xbox, you have to download a Blu-ray player app.
Why?
What? Thank God
Why?
for physical media. I don't have to depend on internet downloads.
Yes, you do.
Is nothing sacred? Just a weird barrier to entry, like the
Yeah.
original Xbox, forcing you to purchase the DVD remote accessory to play DVDs. Because why the hell
Huh?
would you be able to use the controller? Why the hell were there TV shows exclusive to PlayStation Network as if it were a television channel? I don't know. This is genuinely a giant rabbit hole.
What were
It's a
they
crater
thinking
at
when
this
they
point.
did
There's
this?
so many examples of video content and video game consoles going hand in hand. Like how FMV games took over the industry for a few years there in the 90s. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on Sega CD is literally just some episodes from the show with button prompts popping up. Damn, if this was called dog shit, the game,
Does it actually
would be
affect
so
it?
immersive. This is one of the saddest excuses for a video game. At least with other FMV titles, the video portion was created with gameplay in mind, as limited as it may have been, like with Dragon's Lair. The whole gimmick of that game was that it's a movie. Just hit the right
Dragon's
buttons
Lair,
at the
that
right
was
time.
by,
But Dragon's Lair, released in
was it Dawn?
1983.
It wasn't-
Seeing a game that looks like this in the arcades
Was
was
it-
incredible.
It's Dawn- it's not
Completely
Dawn
original
Bloom.
Disney movie quality animation that was crafted exclusively to be a video game.
What was his name?
Watching a
Nostalgia could
fucking
have talked
Power
about him.
Rangers
What is his
episode 10
name?
Years later, where I have to push left sometimes. I'll take Dragon's Lair on Game Boy Color. The Street Fighter II animated movie was actually converted into one of these FMV games for the PS1 in Japan, so how about that? We have Street Fighter the movie, the game, and Street Fighter the movie, the game, the movie.
The more I
That's
dwell
fine.
on this topic, the farther removed from society I feel. Like, this just doesn't end. I mean, we have the Play-Yan for Game Boy Advance, where we can view our own MP4 files on the handheld. The Philips CDI
Cool.
could play video CDs, which were the precursor to DVDs. The LaserActive was a Laserdisc player with module add-ons for Sega Genesis and TurboGrafx titles, in addition to a library of its very own
Bro,
games.
it was a very weird time, apparently. People were just trying anything
U-Star 2 for Xbox 360.
with Kinect. Missed line. Are you supposed to say the lines?
This is Sparta!
At this point, going any
What?
further would ensure my
What?
resignation from humanity. So f*** it! Let's seal the deal.
This is a DVD player with NUON functionality.
I know what that is.
I don't
Thanks,
know what that
weird
is.
You know how these game consoles have a DVD player built in? My
Yeah.
DVD playback ain't this thing's MO, but it's a nice extra feature. Well,
Hey.
this is a DVD player with a game console built in. Like, video
Okay,
games ain't
yeah.
this thing's MO,
Like he
but
was
it's a
just talking
nice
about.
extra feature. In the early 2000s, if your DVD player had this logo on it, that meant it was compatible with NUON enhanced DVDs. All 3 of them.
Just kidding. There wasn't that few. There were 4.
So playing these in a NUON player enables some exclusive bonus content.
Oh my
Or at least it should. Dr. Dolittle 2 wasn't loading the NUON features.
Okay.
But Planet of the Apes was. And, I mean, I guess NUON does bring more interactivity. Like, this is more functionality than I'm used to with a normal DVD. But
I
it ain't
mean,
mind-blowing, and the features themselves,
you know,
as
there had to be
selling
steps
points, aren't
to get to where
compelling
we
at
are
all.
today.
They're just trying to validate the NUON without having to create any new content of substance or value. Viddies, a NUON exclusive feature.
What are
It
those?
selects scenes from the movie with notes popping up. What, you don't have a NUON? You gotta get a NUON. I will say, though, this DVD player is the most premium feeling DVD player I've ever used. I mean,
Because
it
of the DVD
beats in
player that plays video games.
everything. Really showcases are these
Oh,
NUON
oh.
players were supposed to be the cream of the
A kid would
crop.
definitely break that.
I'd say they were. When it came to goddamn anything but the NUON stuff, like, my god, who the hell cares? Oh, nice. That answers my question. Nobody. Yes, video games exclusive to NUON DVD players.
And I'm sure they're not
I know
good.
this is less movies for game consoles and more games for DVD players, but it's the NUON. I'm not sure how organically I could bring any of this up elsewhere.
That is
My
true.
uncle just died.
Did they have a new one?
We got a handful of NUON games here. The first one being Ballistic. Yep. We've all played a game like this. It's a solid time.
Yep.
It's solid enough to warrant putting the disc in. Yeah, I mean, it's all the way over there. This type
It's
of
so
game
far.
thrives as a downloadable.
I'm gonna
or
put that
something.
disc in my washing
Just to
machine
pop
so it
in,
can
pop out.
broken even
fun
more.
for 5 minutes. So I don't want to spend that time waiting for it to boot up. And my lord, the remote control has such absurd input delay.
I mean, it's cool.
It's nearly
It's-
unplayable.
it's an
Which is
analog
where
stick
the
in a-
NUON game controllers come in.
For $500, open box? Why? I'm guessing there aren't many of them.
Damn it.
Scott,
I don't wanna
why?
blow hundreds on playing NUON games.
It's still sealed.
Consider a new hobby. Or you can get this aftermarket adapter to use a Nintendo 64 controller.
That's
which
cooler.
I prefer. I mean, the N64 controller is definitely way better than this anyways, and I can't open this up. It's a piece of gaming history.
It's
Which
$500.
you can make that argument about anything. I can't open this up.
No.
It's a piece of gaming history. Tempest 3000, part of the Tempest series by Atari and sequel to the Atari Jaguar game. You know, we ended up getting a Tempest 4000 in 2018,
On the
so it's
Nintendo
pretty
Switch?
wild
What?
that they still consider this NUON exclusive to be a vital entry. You're not a true Tempest fan unless you own a NUON.
Just
What?
ruined this guy's whole fucking day.
Well, in my opinion,
I
you
think
aren't
he would
missing
know.
out on much with Tempest 3000. It's fine, but I don't really
What
get
are
a
you-
lot
what
from
are you
this
supposed
that I
to
don't already
do?
get from Tempest 2000 or 4000. And like Ballistic, it's just not
What
a
is-
game I'm
what is the
playing for more than
gameplay?
5
What am I
minutes, so
looking at?
Hopefully we can shake things up with Space Invaders XL.
I can't do it.
My
I
lord,
couldn't even make it 5
most
minutes.
of these NUON releases aren't bad, but
Been there.
they just aren't anything. So tell me,
My washing
would
machine's
you
also
pick the
gonna
DVD
not
player with,
last
like
5 more
5
minutes.
games available for it?
I don't know
or
if
the
y'all
game
can hear that
console
or
with
not.
Thousands of games that can play any DVD you throw at it. That's what I thought.
And with that, I just won the award for You Never Appeared in the Jurassic Park films and talked about Game Boy Advance video, UMD video, HD DVDs, Netflix for PS2, and the NUON for 33 minutes straight.
He did.
Oh, this isn't an award. It's a noise complaint.
That. Oh, I was about to say, where's the stuff? There's no stuff. Half-Life. Half-Life. God, I want Half-Life 3 so bad. Oh man, this is a Scott the Waz video. I really enjoyed it. I hope you did as well. The comments should probably say what the next Scott the Waz video should be, or whatever the most liked comment is probably going to be what the next Scott the Waz video is. Patrons get all the videos there early. Could not do this if it was not for them. Still waiting for my Has Been Hotel Season 2 Episode 1 reaction to get unblocked. So that can go live on the main channel and go out to the patrons and whatnot. But hopefully I'm going to get all these videos recorded, and they should hopefully not miss any uploads this week. And hopefully I'll go back to having an extra day off and not having to work 50+ hours every single week. And I'll be able to not miss videos, uploads, and not work and be able to stream again. That'd be great. I'll also be able to eat and sleep and go to the gym. It'd be great. Hope you all enjoyed this video. I learned a lot. Let me know if there's any other fun facts that you know about this that Scott didn't talk about. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. But until next video, take care and keep the music.